Yeah, this is Black Light here. So, continuing on with the story of Jesus and the in the New Testament, and I said in the last video that the story of Jesus is talking about what's going on now here in America, in Uncle Sam's territory, one of Uncle Sam's territory, and there have been many uh, brothers and sisters that took on the role of Jesus in these modern times. Uh, but none were as successful as building a government of the righteous, in my opinion, except one. Those that truly follow teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And, you know, as we go, I'll show what I'm talking about. I give modern day history with modern day evidence to show you that there's a parallel between Jesus and Master Farad Muhammad and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. This is Black Light, and this is Allah's 24/7 propaganda machine. I am the Aboriginal Universal Supreme Conscious Council of the Elders, giving counsel to those that will listen and hear and have an open mind and demonstrate the power within themselves to overcome the Satan, Uncle Sam. So we're at the point now where we're trying to show you the wisdom in the New Testament. Well, the New Testament is this. The Caucasian, a lot of them, a lot of y'all don't see, and y'all are proud of this system that y'all call the United States of America. You call yourself Americans. Uh, you don't call yourself you don't call no one else Americans. You don't call the Mexicans American. You don't call the Native Americans American. Uh, you call them Indians. That's the terminology that you refer to them the most. And you call uh, refer to the Mexicans as wetbacks. But Mexicans and who you call the Indians are of the same culture in this land. They were here before you. And you don't consider, even though you call him the African American, you don't consider the African American neither African. The term you give him is nigger. You know, that's your pet name for the black man here in America. The black man was crucified here, put on the cross like Jesus. And we'll get to that later. But you Caucasians don't see where you built up a satanic establishment. You don't feel guilty about it. And you're trying to preserve this culture and this system. At the same time, you deny the truth. And there are those who protest, but you need to dismantle this system and build and another thing you need to do is dismantle this system and let the black man go for self. Give him a separate territory. You owe him that. That's payment, reparation. And if you can't do that, the black man should be exempt from all taxes. Yeah. And I'm talking about those black people with roots here in America. And I'm talking about those those black people whose ancestors were tortured. You owe him that. And this is what we trying to get to tell you, get to and tell you about in the New Testament. The people in the New Testament were worshiping a false God, and they thought they were worshiping the God of Moses, Abraham, and those righteous prophets of the Most High, but they wasn't. They were bowing down to Caesar. And the Pharisees had the people's divided minds confused with the power of Rome and the power of the Most High. They didn't know what position that the Most High laws were playing in their life. And that's the same thing with what's going on now. So we're going to come back and finish this part up about Jesus and the wisdom of the New Testament. Black Light out.